Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to explore 5 historic coins from the United States of America coins that may look common, but actually carry history, age, and collector value. In this video, you'll discover a Lincoln 1 cent from the late 1970s, a Wheat Penny from the World War era, a Roosevelt dime from the 1960s, a Jefferson nickel with a mint mark, and another classic U.S. circulation coin with real signs of age. All 5 coins show large dates and clear designs, circulation marks, scratches, and wear, important American symbols and leaders, and their current market value in U.S. dollars. If you love rare coins, old U.S. money, and want to know whether the coins you own could be valuable, then make sure you watch this video till the end, because one of these coins might surprise you. Let's get started. Top 1. The Lincoln Wheat Penny, also known as the Wheat Cent, was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person, and that alone makes it extremely important in American coin history. The 1945 Wheat Penny was minted right after World War II, during a time when the United States was transitioning from war to peace. Coins from this period reflect economic recovery, industrial growth, a new chapter in American history. That's why 1940s Wheat Pennies are very popular among collectors today. Country: United States of America. Denomination: 1 cent 1 penny. Coin name: Lincoln Wheat Penny. Year: 1945. Date type: large date. Mint mark: none, Philadelphia Mint. Metal composition: 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc. Weight: 3.11 grams. Diameter: 19 mm. Edge: plain. No mint mark means this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not use mint marks on most pennies at that time. Obverse front side: portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. Inscriptions: In God We Trust Liberty. Large and clearly visible date: 1945. A strong, readable date is very important for wheat pennies, especially for circulated coins. Reverse backside: 2 wheat ears, 1 on each side. Inscriptions: 1 cent United States of America e pluribus unum. The wheat design represents prosperity, strength, and America's agricultural roots. This coin is in fine circulation condition, which means visible scratches, moderate wear on Lincoln's hair and coat. All major details still visible. Wheat ears visible, but worn. Scratches reduce value, but clear date and readable details keep the coin collectible. Never clean. This coin cleaning can seriously reduce its value. Today's market value estimated. Now let's talk about the most important part: market value. 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny value. Good condition: $0.15, 25 cents. Fine condition: scratch this coin, 50 to 80 cents. Very fine condition: $1, $2. Extremely fine and uncirculated: $5, $10 plus. Value depends on overall condition, strength of details, surface damage, collector demand. Rare errors or uncirculated examples can be worth much more. Why collectors like the 1945 Wheat Penny? Post World War II era coin, over 75 years old. High copper content. Classic wheat design. Affordable historic collectible. Lincoln Wheat Pennies are often the starting point for new coin collectors, but they are also respected by advanced collectors. If you find a 1945 Wheat Penny, check the date, size, and clarity. Look for mint marks or errors. Store it in a protective holder. Handle only by the edges. Never clean or polish it. Even common wheat pennies can gain value over time. Top 2. The Canadian 1 cent coin has a long history, and the 1968 issue is especially important. In 1968, Canada was going through a major change in its coinage. This year marked the final years of traditional penny production, a transition in metal composition, growing demand for older copper-based coins. The Queen Elizabeth II portrait on the front represents stability and continuity during a time of economic and social change in Canada. Because many 1968 pennies were heavily circulated, finding examples today, even worn ones, is becoming more difficult. Country: Canada. Denomination: 1 cent. Year: 1968. Date type: large date. Mint mark: none. Monarch: Queen Elizabeth II. Metal composition: primarily copper. Weight: approximately 3.24 grams. Diameter: about 19 millimeters. Edge: plain. No mint mark indicates standard circulation issue, which was common for Canadian cents during this period. Obverse front side: portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. Inscription: Elizabeth II D.G. Regina. Large and clear date: 1968. Even in worn condition, a clear large date increases collector interest. Reverse backside: 2 maple leaves on a single twig. Inscriptions: 1 cent Canada. The maple leaf is one of the strongest symbols of Canadian identity, representing unity and national pride. This coin is in circulated condition with visible scratches, dusty front surface, rust and corrosion on the reverse. Worn high points: rust and corrosion reduce value, but age, copper content, and historical interest keep the coin collectible. Never clean: this coin cleaning or polishing can cause permanent value loss. Today's market value estimated. Now let's talk about the most important part: market value. 1968 Canadian 1 cent value. Heavily worn, rusty condition. $0.050 US dollars and 20 cents. Fine circulation condition. $0.25 US dollars and 75 cents. Very fine condition. $1.03 US dollars. Uncirculated / error coins. $5, $20 plus USD. Value depends on level of corrosion, clarity of date, overall eye appeal, collector demand. Special varieties or minting errors can be worth significantly more. Why collectors still want this coin? Over 55 years old. Features Queen Elizabeth II. Classic Canadian maple leaf design. Copper-based composition. Growing interest in discontinued pennies. Canadian 1 cent coins were officially discontinued in 2012, which has increased collector demand for older issues. If you find a 1968 Canadian 1 cent, check if the date is large and clear. Look for errors or unusual metal color. Store it in a coin holder. Handle only by the edges. Never clean rusted coins. Even worn Canadian pennies can be valuable to the right collector. Top 3. The Lincoln 1 cent is one of the most famous coins in U.S. history. It was first introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. By 1979, the Lincoln penny was already a part of everyday American life. This period represents heavy public use of pennies, rising copper prices, a time just before major changes in penny metal composition. Coins from the late 1970s are important because they show the transition period of U.S. coinage before copper was reduced in the early 1980s. Country: United States of America. Denomination: 1 cent penny. Coin name: Lincoln Memorial Cent. Year: 1979. Date type: large date. Mint mark: none, Philadelphia Mint. Metal composition: 95% copper, 5% zinc. Weight: 3.11 grams. Diameter: 19 mm. Edge: plain. No mint mark means this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not use mint marks on most pennies at that time. Obverse front side: Portrait of Abraham Lincoln. Inscriptions: In God We Trust Liberty. Large and clear date, 1979. A strong, readable date is very important, even for circulated Lincoln cents. Reverse, backside, the Lincoln Memorial. Inside the memorial, a small statue of Abraham Lincoln can be seen. Inscriptions: United States of America. E pluribus unum, 1 cent. This design symbolizes respect, democracy, and American heritage. This coin is in fine circulation condition, which means visible scratches on the surface, moderate wear on Lincoln's hair and coat, major design details still visible, memorial lines visible but worn, scratches lower value, but clear details and original surfaces keep the coin collectible. Never clean. This coin cleaning can permanently reduce its value. Today's market value estimated. Now let's talk about the most exciting part: market value. 1979 Lincoln 1 cent value. Good condition. $0.010 US dollars and 3 cents. Fine condition. Scratch this coin. 5 to 15 cents USD. Very fine condition. $0.25 US dollars and 75 cents. Uncirculated / error coins. $2, $10 plus USD. Value depends on overall condition, strength of details, presence of errors or varieties, collector demand. Rare minting errors or exceptional condition examples can be worth much more. Why collectors still care about this coin? Nearly 50 years old. High copper content. Classic Lincoln Memorial design. Easy to recognize and collect. Potential for error varieties. Many collectors search through old pennies hoping to find errors or rare varieties from this era. If you find a 1979 Lincoln 1 cent, check for mint errors or doubled letters. Look closely at the date and lettering. Store it in a coin holder. Handle only by the edges. Never clean or polish it. Even common pennies can become valuable over time. Top 4. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, shortly after the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. This coin was created to honor Roosevelt's leadership during the Great Depression, his role in World War II, his strong support for the March of Dimes, which helped fight polio. By 1969, the Roosevelt dime was already part of everyday American life. Although by this time dimes were no longer made of silver, they still represent an important transition era in U.S. coinage. The 1960s were a period of major economic changes, rising metal prices, coin composition shifts. That makes coins from this decade historically important. Country: United States of America. Denomination: 1 dime, 10 cents. Coin name: Roosevelt dime. Year: 1969. Date type: large date. Mint mark laughing face. Denver Mint. Metal composition: copper nickel clad. Weight: 2.27 grams. Diameter: 17.9 mm. Edge reeded. The D mint mark is located on the obverse side, just to the right of Roosevelt's neck. Obverse front side. Portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt. Inscriptions: Liberty in God We Trust. Large and clear date 1969. D-mint mark visible, even in circulated condition. A readable date and mint mark are important for collectors. Reverse, backside, a torch in the center, symbolizing freedom. Olive branch, symbolizing peace. Oak branch, symbolizing strength. Inscriptions: United States of America. 1 dime, e pluribus unum. This design reflects the core values of the United States. This coin is in circulated condition, showing visible scratches, dark toning, or rusty-looking surface. Worn high points. Details still readable. True rust does not occur on clad dimes, but environmental damage, dirt, or corrosion can cause a rusty appearance, which lowers value but does not eliminate collector interest. Never clean, this coin cleaning can permanently reduce its value. Today's market value estimated. Now, let's talk about the most important part: market value. 1969. D. Roosevelt dime value. Heavily circulated / damaged. $0.10, $0 and 30 cents. Fine circulation condition. $0.40, $1. Very fine condition. $2, $5. Uncirculated / error coins. $10, $50 plus USD. Value depends on surface damage. I appeal mint mark clarity. Collector demand. Rare mint errors or exceptional condition examples can be worth much more. Why collectors still look for this coin? Nearly 60 years old. Historic Roosevelt design. Part of post-silver U.S. coinage history. Affordable collectible for beginners. Possible error varieties. Roosevelt dimes are popular because they are easy to collect, yet historically meaningful. If you find a 1969 D. Roosevelt dime, check the mint mark carefully. Look for doubling or mint errors. Store it in a coin holder. Handle only by the edges. Never clean or polish it. Even common dimes can surprise you with value. Top 5. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the famous Buffalo nickel. This coin honors Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the author of the Declaration of Independence. By 1969, the Jefferson nickel was firmly established in American daily life. This period is important because the U.S. Mint had recently transitioned away from silver coinage. Clad coins were now standard. Many coins from this era were heavily circulated. The late 1960s represent a major transition period in U.S. coin history, making coins from this time historically significant. Country: United States of America. Denomination: 5 cents nickel. Coin name: Jefferson nickel. Year: 1969. Date type: large date. Mint mark: small d, Denver Mint. Metal composition: 75% copper, 25% nickel, clad alloy, weight: 5 grams. Diameter: 21.2 mm. Edge: plain. The small d mint mark is located on the obverse side, just to the right of Jefferson's shoulder. Obverse, front side. Portrait of Thomas Jefferson. Inscriptions: Liberty in God We Trust. Large and clearly visible date: 1969. Small d mint mark. Clear date and mint mark are important, even on circulated Jefferson nickels. Reverse, backside. Image of Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's historic home. Inscriptions: United States of America. E pluribus unum 5 cents. Monticello represents American heritage, leadership, and architecture. This coin is in circulated condition, showing visible scratches, surface wear, softened design details. Date and mint marks still readable. Scratches lower the value, but age, originality, and collector demand still make this coin interesting. Never clean. This coin cleaning can permanently damage its value. Today's market value estimated. Now, let's talk about the most important part: market value. 1969. D. Jefferson nickel value. Heavily circulated / scratched. $0.10 and 30 cents. Fine circulation condition. $0.40, $1. Very fine condition. $2, $5. Uncirculated / error coins. $10, $50 plus USD. Value depends on condition, visibility of date and mint mark, surface damage, collector demand. Rare mint errors or special varieties can be worth much more. Why collectors still care about this coin? Over 55 years old. Historic Jefferson design. Part of post-silver U.S. coinage. Affordable for beginner collectors. Possible error varieties. Jefferson nickels remain popular because they are easy to find, easy to store, and rich in history. Collector tips, very important. If you find a 1969 D. Jefferson nickel, look carefully for doubling or mint errors. Check the size and clarity of the mint mark. Store it in a protective holder. Handle only by the edges. Never clean or polish it. Even common nickels can sometimes surprise collectors. So friends, this was the complete history, background, and market value of the 1969 United States Jefferson nickel large date, small d mint mark, in scratched circulation condition. If you enjoy learning about rare and historic U.S. coins, then like this video, comment if you collect Jefferson nickels, subscribe for more coin history and values. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video with another hidden American coin treasure.